All right, let's cut to the chase. You're obviously watching this video because you know, right, there's a gap. You've got the money, the lifestyle. You obviously probably live in a nice apartment, a nice house. You built everything a man could dream of right now. You know, people even respect you, right? When they see you, they shake your hands. No one treats you like a bum or a homeless person. But for some reason, when it comes to women, the kind of women you want, right? All of a sudden, you freeze up. When you try to speak to a woman that you're attracted to, you second guess yourself, you fumble your words. And deep down inside, you hate that about yourself, right? Because you know that in business, you've been through harder situations. In your career, you've been able to get over hurdles and handle them flawlessly, right? But when it comes to a woman, when a woman walks into a room that you're actually attracted to, suddenly you're not the same man. And you know it shouldn't be like that. Like, let me for example, I'm sure you've been in this scenario, right? You're actually talking to a girl you're attracted to, okay? And you're talking to her, and then all of a sudden your mind just goes blank. And you're not even for the first time, you're not even nervous that day. But for some reason, it's like your body just betrays you, right? You just freeze up. You start overthinking, you lose your edge, and then you're like, what's going on? You go home and you start thinking to yourself, why the hell did I freeze up? Why was I not able to just be charismatic and tell her how I felt and just have a nice conversation with her? See, the thing is, right, I've helped a lot of men. I have helped quite a few men now, a handful of men that have been in that exact same spot that you've been in, okay? The thing is, they were great on paper. Like I mentioned, you're probably in a nice house, you have your apartment, you have your degree, but for some reason, it's just not translating with women. And the guys I was helping, like I said, they were great on paper. They just didn't have this presence, this charisma, this aura, right? They couldn't even look they couldn't even look at the woman they were attracted to in their eyes. If they seen a beautiful woman, they couldn't even look at the woman straight in the eye, even though they've accomplished all these things in their life already, right? So the thing is, I helped them get over that. And I didn't tell them, I didn't make them learn some pickup lines or some gimmicky actions, none of that stuff, right? What I did, I rebuilt their identity from the inside out. And when they did that, everything changed, right? Women actually started chasing them. The women actually started noticing them when they came into the room. And see, the thing is, a lot of men will say when they're in this situation, they will say like they don't care, like it's whatever. I don't really care about being with somebody. I'm okay being lonely. But the thing is, they're actually coping. They're convincing themselves they don't care. They decide to settle because you know why? I know deep down inside that when an attractive woman actually walks their path and they know there's an opportunity to talk to her, they don't. And that kills them. I know that eats them inside. It burns them inside. It sticks in their head like a tattoo. They keep replaying it in their mind, saying, why can I not just talk to her? Why? They end up having this like feeling of mixed feeling of regret and anger. I'm sure you know that feeling. I'm sure you felt it before, right? So that feeling of regret and anger, I'm going to be here to help you destroy that. Listen, let me tell you something, right? Money doesn't buy confidence. Success doesn't make you like magnetic. You can't buy that masculine energy. You have to earn it, right? You become it. Women don't fall for status, they fall for certainty. The man who's grounded, real, who's calm, right? The man who doesn't try to impress, he's just being himself. He's just letting his best self exude out of him. That is that is what game is. because in reality, there is no such thing as game. Real game is no game. And that's what you're missing, right? So let me teach you exactly what I teach my clients and what I'll be teaching you when you become one of my clients, right? So the first step, what I work on with you is rebuilding your identity, right? So I help you to stop leading with your achievements and start leading with your energy. Energy is so important, right? Nobody wants to be around a depressed person. You got to be that, have that magnetic positive outlook on life. That is so important. If you don't have that, it will repel women away. I'm telling you right now. Secondly, what I'm going to teach you is to have detachment from outcomes, right? So basically, I'm going to kill that needy energy you have. So when you stop being needy, that's when women start being needy towards you, okay? And then thirdly, what I'm going to teach you is to have that emotional control. So what I mean is when you're calm is able to calm down her chaos. That is what I mean by emotional control. See, when you're able to make a woman feel grounded and secure around you without even saying a word. So basically, when your body language, your aura tells her, listen, I've got this. That is so attractive to females. That is so attractive to women. Basically, what you're telling her is, I've got this. You don't have to worry without saying a word. That is so powerful if you're able to transmit that energy and she can feel that. Once you can do that, women no longer see you, they feel you. And that's what you want them to do. You want females to feel you, not just see you. So I want you to picture this because this is the point I'm going to get you to, right? Picture this. You walk into a room, right? Into a room full of people. You're walking in, you're confident, you're relaxed, you're not stressed, you're just being yourself, you're calm, cool, collective, right? Your presence is felt in the room. And now the attractive girl that you noticed as you walked in, she feels you, sees you, right? So you notice her energy shift towards you just off body language itself. So you muster up the boldness and go over and start talking to her. And then all of a sudden, as you're talking to her, you realize, whoa, I'm not performing. I'm just being myself and it's working. That is the point where I'm going to get you to. And when that is happening, you know what that is? That is power right there. That is your presence. That is your inner identity now exuding out of you. And the cool thing about that is that once you can tap into that consistently, it's like turning on a switch that just won't come off. And I'm telling you, that feeling is beautiful that you have this like superpower. Whenever you want, you can put on your cape and go up and talk to anyone, whether it's a guy or a girl. But as we're in this context, we're talking to a woman that you're attracted to. When you're able to do that consistently, it's like a superpower and you're being yourself. I'm telling you right now, it's a wonderful feeling. Okay, let me be brutally honest with you, right? Now, if you don't fix this, it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. It might not affect you in your business life. You'll keep stacking wins in business, in your career. You'll keep going up the ladder. You'll be doing well. But in those silent moments where it really matters, when that attractive girl walks by and you can't say nothing, you feel paralyzed. Inside of you, you're going to question yourself. You're going to look in the mirror and say, is this who I really am? Is that all I am? Just I'm able to just produce and work, but every time I come home, I'm lonely. You're going to ask yourself, is this who you are? Is this who you want to be for the rest of your life? And the thing is, it's not. This is not who you are. It's who you're deciding to be. You can't make a change. You can't change this. But if you stick like this, I'm telling you, it will be so, you will be lonely. You will continue to be lonely. I'm just being honest. You will continue to be lonely if you do not decide to do something about it. So since I'm back on YouTube, this week I've opened a few spots for one-to-one coaching again, right? And this is for only serious men that are tired of hesitating when they see that beautiful girl and they don't have the boldness to actually go up and talk to her. They're tired of being in their shell. They actually want to, you know, unravel that butterfly within themselves, right? If you just want to like continue to, do well in your career, go ahead. But this is only for serious guys that really want to fix their personal life, their confidence, their presence, their charisma, their charm. Okay? So what's going to happen is when you book a one-to-one call with me, this is what's going to happen, okay? So first of all, what you will do is fill out a short form, right? Because I need to understand where you're at and what's holding you back. And then after, I'm going to go through that form and contact you. And then me and you, we're going to have a private call together, okay? And on that private call, it's just going to be me and you, no one else, no fluff, no judgment. I'm going to be here to listen to you so you can tell me exactly what you're going through, right? And once I figure out what you're going through, I'm going to give you a personalized plan. I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do to get over this hurdle that's been stopping you for years, right? And once I do that, I'm telling you, just even the call, you're going to start feeling a lot more confident. There's going to be a lot more clarity. There's going to be a shift in your mental state. You're going to realize with my help, it's going to be possible. I'm going to help you to become attractive. I'm going to help you to be able to approach any woman that you find attractive on demand. Okay? So, just the call itself, you're going to start feeling like the man you're supposed to be. Okay, listen to me. Here's the decision now. You can continue to do what you're doing and hoping things will change, okay? Or you can make everything change today. Like we know, you've built everything. If you're a career person, you're obviously doing well in your career. If you're a business person, you're doing well in your business right now. You live in a nice house or you live in a nice apartment, okay? But now it's time to build you. Now it's time to be proud of that inner self. It's time for you to be actually now to be able to approach any woman that you find attractive and show her who you truly are. It's time for you to step into that version, right? That women respect, that men actually look up to. It's time for you to feel good about who you are as a man. See, the thing is, there's no such thing as a perfect moment, right? The moment is now. So whenever you're ready, as soon as possible, I'll see you on that call with me.